Okay.
Great. Okay, we are live. Welcome, guest. If you'd like to, you can introduce yourself to the stream.
Hello. My name's DC, and I'm gonna guess be learning how to code.
Yeah. So this is my new idea. It's called Learn Python by Making Music. Often in programming, programmers will start to learn a language by writing a hello world program that simply prints the text hello world to the screen. We're going to do something slightly different. We are going to start with a first program that plays a melody based on the text hello world. So what I'd like you to do first is scroll somewhat quickly through the code and just get an overall idea of it. Not an idea of it, just take a glance at it. And I don't expect you to understand hardly any of this to begin with. But what I would like to do is scroll down a little further now to below line 25. Yeah, line 27. I'm going to talk about just that one line for now, where it says text equals quote hello comma world quote.
Okay.
And one thing that you can do, a nice thing that you can do with PyCharm is access something called the Python console. That's near the bottom, kind of in the middle. Yeah, Python console. Click on that.
Okay.
And let's make it a little bit bigger. There's see the dividing line between Python console and your editor? You can click on that and drag to make the Python console bigger. Yeah, just like that. Perfect. And now scroll again in your main.py editor so that we see the text equals hello world. And when you have a line of Python code and you're not sure what it does, one thing you can do to experiment with it is type some or all of that line into the Python console and see what happens. So I invite you to
Okay.
click on the Python console. Um, I'm not sure what that button did, but just click where
Oh,
where the arrows are.
this right here.
No, the three arrows. The three caret characters that are green.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Now the cursor is saying you can type there. So type
Yeah.
quote and then hello comma world. And push the arrow key to the right once if you have it on your keyboard, otherwise you can use the mouse.
Yeah.
What you've just done is type a string. A string is a sequence of characters. You can
Okay.
type enter to give that to the Python console.
So hit enter.
Hit enter, yeah. And
Okay.
it simply sends back what you gave it. You can do something similar by typing the number 5 and enter, and it'll give you back a 5. That's just the Python interpreter telling you, yes, I received your input, and this is my representation of the input you gave me. But let's do something a little more interesting. Let's type that whole line 27. We can skip the leading spaces, but type text equals quote hello world.
You said I can skip the spaces.
Yeah, you can skip the spaces. I was talking about the leading spaces, but you can skip all the spaces.
Okay. Sorry.
Mhm. And you have a plus there where we need an equal sign. Okay, hit
There.
enter on that. Now, it looks like nothing happened.
Yeah.
But notice up above to the right where it says O1 text equal paren string quote hello world.
See right here?
Yeah, right there. That's a register that tells you about what variables currently exist. A variable
Okay.
is like a box with a name that stores a value. So you just told Python to remember that the name text goes along with quote hello world.
Okay. Okay, cool.
And what you can do now is you can access that value by typing text in the Python console. So go back to the cursor next to the 3 carets.
Okay. Go back to the cursor with the 3 what?
With the 3 carets.
Yeah, right here.
Yeah, right there. And just type text, T-E-X-T,
Okay.
and hit enter.
Oh, okay.
So it gives you back the same thing that you saw before.
Yeah.
So what this means is Python now remembers this string hello world, and we can access it by typing text into a line of code.
Okay.
Let's move to the next line of our program, line 28. And this time, just type everything on the right side of the equal sign.
Okay.
So text to melody prevents text. And go ahead and hit enter. And oh no, we got a big, scary looking error.
Yeah.
It says
Name error.
name. The bottom is sometimes with error messages, you can sometimes skip to the very bottom.
Okay.
And it says name error text, name error, name text to melody is not defined. What does that mean?
Yeah.
That means Python doesn't know anything about text to melody.
Okay.
But what we can do now is let's make the editor a little bit bigger relative to the console.
What?
You need
Really?
the next line down is the one that can do that. Yeah,
Yeah.
great. Let's scroll up in the editor. And on line 4, we have something called def text to melody of text.
Okay.
Def stands for define. And
Right.
let's scroll to let's not try to take in this whole definition, but let's scroll down a little bit further and see we're on line 23 where it says return melody.
Yeah.
Let's go now to the Python console, and I'd like you to type def text to melody.
So the one that was up here.
Yeah, just like that.
Okay.
So def space text to melody.
Oh, you want me to put
Parenthesis.
them?
Yeah, parenthesis
Okay.
text.
All right.
And then end the parentheses.
Yeah. They're on there.
Oh, it's already there. But go ahead and type, or click next to it. That works too. Because now we need to
Okay.
type the colon.
Oh, the colon.
Yeah.
Okay.
And take away that extra space. I don't know if it'll cause problems, but it doesn't look right to me.
Okay. So just it like that.
Yep. And now you can hit enter. And you'll notice it gave you 3 dots, which means it expects you to type something more.
Right.
Let's now type melody equals text plus quote. Comma, space, but like as a song.
What?
Literally the words, but like as a song.
Oh, okay. But like a song.
Yeah, that'll work.
Okay.
And the quote,
All right.
do a new, hit return once,
Hit return.
just one time, yep. Or enter. Now type return space melody.
Okay.
And hit enter twice. Okay, what just happened? You defined your first function. This function says, I have a name, text to melody. I have a parameter, text.
Okay.
Then I take that parameter and I do the stuff on the lines after the line that said def. So to see this in action, go back to tie this together, go back to the editor and scroll down to where we saw to line 28 and see remember where it said text to melody of text.
Yeah.
Let's type text to melody parenthesis text.
Okay.
And remember that text stores hello world. Let's see what
Right,
that
yeah.
does.
All right. Oh. Okay.
So see if you can describe to me what just happened.
So I just encoded that melody, that the text, the word text is but like a song, basically, and that implanted it into to what we were doing earlier up here. So the text equals hello world, but the text and melody added but like a song to it.
Yep.
Like it just combined them together, but in a way simpler form, I guess you could say.
A way simpler form, simpler than.
Like typing this out, I guess, and to say like I didn't mean to say a simpler form. I meant
Okay.
to say like in a I don't know what I guess there's a lexical gap in what I'm trying to say.
That's okay.
To what I know.
Oh, you know what? I'm gonna turn on my light. Because it's actually maybe it's better without the light. I don't know. Let me think. The next thing we're gonna do is continue bravely on and try to run our main.py file.
Okay.
And to do that, my favorite way to do that in PyCharm is to see up towards the right where it says main.
Yeah.
And there's a green triangle next to that.
Yeah.
Let's click that to run main. And we have another big scary error. Module not found error.
Yeah.
No module named Scamp.
Yeah. Scamp.
Scamp stands for Suite for Computer Aided Music something. Music Programming? Music Performance. Suite for Computer Assisted Music Performance. Luckily, PyCharm will help us with this. So go back. Actually, something you can do whenever there's an error, if you click on that link, it looks like a link because you can click on it.
Yeah.
And it takes you to the line of code that caused the error.
Oh, it's the first line?
It's the first line. Yep. To fix this, right-click on the red underlined scamp. Does it say context actions? I can't see it, but it might.
Yes. Yeah, it says show context actions.
Yeah, click show context actions.
All right.
And there should be
It says,
one called install package scamp.
yeah.
Click that. And I see that it's now installing package scamp.
Yep. Oh.
Package installed successfully. Yep, that's good. Now we can try running it again.
Okay.
So you can either click it where you clicked it before, or you can click it to the left.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh. Is this not going to work on your machine? It worked on my machine. Huh.
I heard it for a minute.
You heard it.
Yeah, but I don't know if it finished.
How many notes did you hear?
I think I got to W right here. 71.
So you heard HELLO, you heard... I didn't think about the part where I might not be able to hear what you're hearing. That's a little annoying.
Yeah, it might, because I also...
Oh, if you can sing it back to me, actually, that would be great.
Okay. Oh. Okay. Yeah, okay, yeah, it feels like an abrupt stop. Is that the way it's supposed to?
Scroll down to... Actually, what I can do is... Well, that's not going to get heard necessarily either. Unless I go to PyCharm on my Mac. And... Oops. Add new interpreter, add local interpreter. Existing. What am I making music? Okay. Run main.py. Window module scamp. No context actions, internal package scamp. Installing the package scamp. And I'm going to listen to it on my end.
Yeah, that's what I heard.
That's what you heard. Okay, so it's working.
Yeah.
It does sound a lot like it just kind of cut off.
Yeah, it doesn't get that last full note out. That's what I think is what's happening. But
let me hear it again from mine.
But yeah, that's cool.
Oh, it didn't even make any. I've been having trouble with the sound on my laptop, annoyingly, recently. Okay.
Oh, that's unfortunate.
Yeah, I don't know why, because it's not making sound anymore. But it worked. Let's work on understanding the next step of why that worked.
Okay.
So let's scroll down and trace where the sound is coming from. In fact, see if you can pick out the line of code that creates the sound. There it is.
Or this one.
That's right. Yeah, play note.
Yeah.
Let me think. Okay. To help us see what's going on here, I'm going to have us add a line of code. So go to click the end of line 35. And go ahead and click enter. And type print parenthesis note.
All right.
That's great. And now let's run that program.
Oh, I hit enter again. My bad.
Oh, that's okay. It won't hurt anything to have an extra enter there.
Okay.
Yeah. So the question then is, how did we get from the letters to the numbers?
Yeah. I'm guessing it's.
It has to do with note mapping. So let's copy that code. So copy lines 5 through 15. Yep, copy that.
All right.
Now go back to the Python console.
And paste it.
Paste it there, yep. And
Alright.
enter. Now notice in your variables box, we have note mapping equals dict.
Yeah.
So that is now Python remembers.
That's cool.
Yeah, you can click on view if you want to get a better look at it. I guess I don't see what you're seeing, but you can see.
Yeah, it's just it's a text box that shows what each character correlates with each number.
Great.
So yeah, like H is 60, W 71, D 74, E 62. I think that's an L 64. Yeah. 0 65.
Okay.
Parentheses R 72.
Yep.
But yeah, that's cool.
So now let's look at how that gets used in the main.py file. So scroll down a little bit more in that one. Notice that we have on line 19, note equals note mapping.get char.
Yeah.
Let's test that out in our Python console.
Okay.
Type note mapping underscore mapping. Yep. Dot get.
Yep. All right.
Paren. Let's do quote R.
Oh, quote R. Okay. All right, and then
hit enter.
Close parentheses.
Yep.
72.
72. So it looked up R, and it found the value 72.
Okay.
Let's try it with E.
Okay. What's it doing that?
It says green beans.
Oh, it's what you said E. That's
E,
right.
yeah.
62.
Yep. Now let's try something controversial.
Uh-oh.
Note mapping dot get Z.
All right. That get. It's Z.
Z, correct.
There we go.
Enter that.
Nada.
Doesn't show anything. I'm surprised it looks the way that it looks. Just for my edification.
Yeah.
Type the up arrow.
Type the up arrow?
Yeah, click the up arrow. If you have an up arrow on your keyboard.
I don't.
Okay, in that case, type TYPE.
Wait, TYPE.
Paren note mapping.getZ.
Underscore.
Yeah.
Same thing. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, it is none. It just doesn't. It's just that's how it was displaying none.
Okay.
Okay. Let me think. Where was I going with this?
Stop it.
Let's look at main.py
This. Okay.
in the text
Main.py.
editor. Yep. And scroll down a little bit. And let's talk about line 20.
If note.
Oh, sorry. No, line 19.
Oh, okay. Note equals note mapping dot get car.
Yeah.
All right.
So notice that notemapping.getCar is what we were just typing in the Python console.
Yeah.
And to experiment with that, go to line 27.
All right. Yeah.
And where it says hello world,
Yeah.
delete that. Leave the quotes.
Okay.
And type the quick brown fox jumped over. That's enough. Now, how
Okay.
many notes would you guess this is going to play?
I would say probably about 4, 8, 12, 26, I guess.
Okay, run it and find out, and run it and see if you can count the numbers. Count the notes with you, just what that you hear.
Definitely went in 26.
Yeah, it was less than 26.
Yeah.
So we're going to work on figuring out why that was.
Okay.
Um,
Yeah, because there aren't really. I guess there's a few repeating letters, but
let's add some more print statements. Print statements are often a useful way to either debug or interrogate a program.
okay.
So go to line 18 of main,
All right, right here.
and after that, start a new line. And print paren quote char colon quote comma and then char. And actually, in front of char, type line 19, in front of the first char, the one
Oh.
in quotes, type line 19 space.
Oh, should I have space between line and 19?
Sure, yeah.
Okay. It don't really matter.
It doesn't really matter. It's just for us.
Okay.
Okay. Now, after line 20, we're going
Yeah.
to do something similar. Hit return. After, not here. After the next one.
Oh yeah, my bad.
Let's delete
All
line
right.
20.
I need to delete it.
You have to click in the editor, and then you can delete it.
Even clicking the edit.
So you're in the gutter. You need to click in the main window that has all the text,
Oh.
and then you can
Oh,
delete.
okay. Where was it?
Wait, what are you trying to do?
You said delete it, right?
Yeah, but just put your cursor there and hit the delete key on your keyboard.
Oh yeah, that's right. I forgot. Well, I don't have one.
Oh, what's happening?
It's not. There we go.
Okay, that worked. Now at the end of line 20, hit return,
There we go.
print, paren, quote, line 21, note, colon, quote, comma, note. Then I'm going to have you add one more line
Okay, so hit return.
after line 23.
Actually, line 23.
Uh-huh. Print, paren, quote, line 24,
All right.
colon, hello. Okay, we're ready to run this.
All right.
Let's scroll back up and see what happened.
Okay.
I'll give you a hint. There were 27 of those.
Oh, okay. Hey.
Actually, I'm going to add one more thing. Go back to the editor
All right.
and scroll down just a line or two. After line 25, hit enter. Now shift and tab. Else,
You said what?
else, ELSE, colon, return, or new line, print, paren,
That's-
quote,
All right.
line 27, colon, hi. And let's run this. And once it's done, you can scroll back up. So let's look at the output line by line. Starting with line 19, chars T, line 21, note is none,
Yeah.
and line 27, hi. So look at the code now, and notice that we went from line 19 to line 21 all the way to line 27 without hitting line 24.
Okay. Yeah.
Now let's go to line 19, character H. Line 21, note was none,
Yeah.
and so we jumped to line 27.
7. Yeah.
But now on line 19, char was E. On line 21, note was 62,
Yeah.
and we jumped to line 24.
So we're skipping around.
Skipping around, and we're doing lines over and over again.
Yeah. Yeah.
So now is it starting to kind of hint at why we had less than 26 notes played?
Yeah. Yeah, because it was just skipping lines and picking some.
Yeah, exactly. And in fact, we can add one more print statement to help us
Okay.
understand what's happening here. Hit return, shift tab, print paren, melody. Okay, let's run that one. And scroll up
Oh, dang.
to the top of there. Yeah, there's a lot of stuff.
force, you gotta put which one should be in
So at the
place.
beginning, melody is just the brackets with nothing between them.
Be still.
Yeah.
Be
Right here.
still.
Right there, yeah. The first time, I should say, it's brackets with nothing between them. But as you scroll down, you'll see that it changes.
Yeah.
Stop it.
I want to rush you up.
No.
I'm about to
No.
defeat Mr. Lee.
Yeah. And then line 19 character H.
Yeah.
Hello. Okay.
So every time the mapping gets a hit, it
Yeah.
adds another number to melody.
Okay.
Let's try this with a slightly shorter one so that the example isn't quite so long.
Okay.
Let's go scroll down in the editor and delete the quick brown fox. And just type goodbye.
Okay.
And let's run that one.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that one was a lot smaller. 7462.
Okay. So I feel like this gives a high level kind of guess at what's going on. But I'm curious if you have well, I'm sure you have questions, but like what's the most burning question that you have about this?
Well, I guess the correlation of this to the lengths of this. Of the text to I guess the length of code it puts out. Or whatever. Like
The length
lines
of the
right here.
numbers?
Yeah.
Okay, let's do another example. Instead of goodbye, type he, like just He. Except we might need a capital. We need those to be capital H's.
All right.
All right, run that. So this is a more straightforward case because we put in 6 letters and we got out 6 numbers.
Yeah.
But
So I guess each letter has, each letter has a value.
Each of these letters has a value, but let's add one more letter to the text.
Okay.
Let that letter be Z.
Capital.
Or lowercase, either way.
Okay. So now hit run.
Now hit run. And I can see that it went la 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 la.
Yep. Yep.
And it did not include the Z.
No.
And the reason for that, we can see that by scrolling up in the editor to the note mapping. A little higher. Yeah. Get us so lines 5 through 15 are visible. That's good. The note mapping tells us that if we have a capital H, we get a 60,
Yeah.
and so on for each of the letters in Hello World.
Okay.
But it doesn't
Yeah.
tell us what to. I need to turn on my light. It's getting ridiculous in here. Okay, that's better. It knows what to do with each of the letters or the characters in Hello World. In fact, look through this and convince yourself that every letter in Hello World is represented in this note mapping.
I mean, yeah. Oh. HELLOWORLD.
Yep,
Then the comma.
and the comma and the
Space.
space as well.
Yeah.
Yep. Actually, I'm interested to hear what it will sound like if it didn't have the comma and the space. So we could delete those, but there's a better trick to do.
Okay.
So go back to note mapping. Oh, we'll have to also change the text input, but go to line 10.
Yeah.
And right before the quote, type a hash symbol before the quote.
Oh, before the quote. Okay. A hash.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a slash. I mean,
what's a hash?
pound or hash.
Okay, yeah, pound. Yeah, that's more my lingo.
Okay, pound. We do the same thing on line 11.
There we go.
Now let's go down to line, I guess, like 30 or so. 35. Actually, 34. Change that to Hello World with the comma and the space.
Okay. Space. World.
Now I'd like you to guess how many notes will there be, or how many numbers printed in the output.
4.
Why 4?
I don't know, because there's 6 here from when we did their original Hello World, wasn't it?
That was from when we did he.
Yeah, that's what I meant. But the other one, I can't remember how many notes popped up on the last one. But I'm
Oh,
sure
like
at
when
least
good
2.
the quick brown fox jumped over.
No, we did Hello World the first time, and at the very first time when we opened up with the video, and we did it, and it had, I can't remember.
It had
I
more
think it
than
was like-
4.
Yeah, it had 8 to 10, I think, but I think it would
Uh-huh.
be 2 less than that original time.
So let me actually think about how many I think it's going to be. And the
Okay.
way I think that through is I look at the string Hello World and I count there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So I would have
Yeah.
said 12, except I know that it's not going to recognize the comma or the space.
Okay.
So I say it's going to output 10 numbers
Okay.
and
Yeah.
10 notes. Let's listen to it and hear if that's right.
Three, 4, 5, 6, 10. Boom.
Boom. Yep.
Yep. There's 10 of them.
Let me think if there's a way to simplify this.
So the hash and or pound basically just canceled out 67, 69, comma, space from it just stopped it from playing those two
Yes.
in whatever order that it was in. Yeah. Let's see. That's cool. That's a lot to this stuff, ain't there?
There is a lot to this stuff.
That's crazy. That's pretty cool though.
Yeah, I feel
No.
like this is an interesting teaching approach because it starts with something that's like 20 steps beyond your level.
Yeah.
Because this is a program with this is it's 50 lines long. There's a lot going on. There's a
Yeah,
lot
there is.
of details to understand to it.
And I don't know music and stuff like that, so
Oh
it
yeah,
kinda
that's another
makes it a
level
little
of,
more.
difficulty. Yeah.
But it also is just makes it more interesting too and engaging
Yeah,
doing it this way.
the music is a good hook.
Yeah.
And the way I'm having you explore and test things, I think helps.
Yeah, it does. But there's another question.
Okay.
So what was that other the brown fox?
Yeah, the brown fox.
Yeah. So where did the bee and stuff come from, and how did it know to play something for that?
Well, you're at there. Where did the bee? You're asking where did the bee come from?
Yeah, like in Hello Brown Fox, since these all have a note correlated with it.
Mhm.
Whenever we wrote the see how Hello World, and then there's all the notes, and it
Yeah.
played those notes in that order. When we did the brown fox right here,
Mhm.
was there notes associated with, or is that where it said none and none, and that's what you were trying to show me, right?
That's where it's said none and none.
Okay,
So
yeah,
it
that's what you were
just
showing
it
me
just
that.
skipped B.
Yeah, so even no matter what you type in there, as long as you've only programmed certain things, it'll only play those certain things because it can't
Correct.
correlate. Yeah, because it can't correlate something that has no input put
Yeah,
into it
and
beforehand. Okay.
and actually here's something we can do to demonstrate this. Let's go back to line, what is it, 35? Go back to the quick brown fox. No,
Hello world.
let's do hello Bob.
Hello Bob.
Uh-huh. Great. Now let's go to line 20.
Okay.
Yeah, comment out line 20, by which I mean put a pound symbol before note. And we're going to do something slightly different. So make a new line.
Underneath the 20.
Yeah. Yep.
Okay.
Type note.
Oh. Why don't I do that?
Uh-huh.
Finger.
Yep. Note equal note mapping. But this time left bracket. This one might be hard to find in your keyboard. Oh, you found it.
That one?
Other
Yeah.
one. The same thing, but
There
first.
we go, yeah.
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 Now type char,
All right.
and let's run this.
Okay.
Oh, that's slightly annoying. The error printed faster than the print outputs.
Yeah.
So the output is kind of counterintuitive because it's out of order. But scroll to the very top of the output. We don't care about warning root Python RT MIDI. We don't care about warning root Py input. We do care about traceback.
Yeah.
Because I guess that's what we do care about. The traceback tells us what went wrong.
Okay.
Go ahead and click on File, See Users, etc. And it's going to take us to line 50. And we don't really know what line 50 is about, so let's just skip past that for now and click on the next line that has a link. That takes us to melody equals text to melody of text. Well, that doesn't really tell us about what went wrong. So let's go down to the next line and click on it, and that takes us to line 21. And look, that's the line that we just typed in.
Yeah.
And it kind of makes sense that the place where we made a change would be the place where something went wrong.
Right, yeah.
Now let's look at let's look at the red output where it says note equals note mapping bracket char. And there are little carrots pointing up towards char. This is down below. Yeah, down there.
Yeah.
Oh, darn it, this didn't go the way I wanted it to. It says key error, comma. I wanted it to
Yeah.
say key error B.
Oh.
So
okay.
the way to get it to say that is to go back to the editor and on comment lines 10 and 11.
Oh, okay.
Now let's
Now
run it
here.
again. Now it'll say key error B.
Yep. Here B.
And then let's scroll down some more in the output to see what it was doing before the error happened. So it gave us 60 from H. It gave us 62 from E. It gave us 64 from L. And then, let's see. It gave us 64 from L again.
Yep.
So it's building up the melody. Then it gave us 65 from O. 67 from comma.
Yep.
69 from space.
Yep. And
And then it
messed
reached the
up
B, and it gave the error.
because it didn't know what to do.
It didn't know what to do with that. So something curious happened, though. Let's look at lines 20 and 21.
All right.
Note equals note mapping bracket char. It didn't know what to do. However, note equals note mapping dot get char. It somehow knew what to do.
Right.
And that's just the way that Python was designed. If you type bracket, you get one behavior. If you type dot get, you get a different behavior.
Oh, okay. So it's just basically two ways to execute commands.
Two different commands that do similar
Yeah.
but different things.
Okay.
Oh, hello, Sammy. My cat is here.
It wants to learn too.
Yeah, yeah, he wants to learn coding.
Yeah, they're gonna take over the world.
Yeah. If cats could code, oh man, we'd be in trouble.
We would be. I guarantee it.
Okay, let's see. Anything else? What's next? Oh, you can see my cat's tail on the camera. I have an idea for what to do next. Let's go to the Python console and play one note.
Okay.
Let's do S equals... Oh no, let's do import scamp.
Type that out.
Yep. Import space scamp. Yep.
Enter.
Yes. We can ignore those warnings.
Okay.
Now S equals scamp dot session with a capital S in session.
Oh.
Paren 120. And then close the paren.
All right.
And enter. And just for interest, type S and hit enter. It tells you that that S is a session with default sound font equals default, default audio driver equals default, etc. We don't need to worry about all the rest of that stuff.
Okay.
What we can do now is say violin equals s.newPart.
Damn it. And equals. S
s.new part,
space
new underscore part.
two underscore.
And let's do something controversial. Let's do paren quote piano.
All right. Close.
Now hit
Enter.
enter on that.
Okay.
And let's type violin. Enter. It's a scamp instrument name equals piano, playback implementation equals da da da. Now scroll down in the editor for me so I can see the next bit of code I want to pull out. Let's do violin. Dot play underscore note. And let's do paren 60. Right paren and hit enter. And it says type error. Scamp instrument play note missing two required positional arguments. Volume, and I happen to know that the next one says length.
Okay.
What does that mean? So scroll back up to what you typed in. Violin.playNote 60. Arguments are what you give to functions.
Right.
60 was the first argument. But look at line 46 of the code. We have note, comma, 0.8, comma, 0.5.
Yeah.
So let's do that in the Python console. Violin.
This whole thing right here.
Yeah.
Okay.
But we'll be adding something after the number 60.
Okay. Comma.
0.8. And notice how it's giving you a hint that yeah, 0.5. I don't know why it isn't looking at length now, but anyway, we can close the paren, and you should hear a piano note.
When I hit enter,
Yeah.
I didn't hear nothing.
Oh, oops. Name note is not defined. That's because I should have told you to type in. Oh, I get what you were saying. That I missed the detail. Let's do violin.playNote.
That play underscore
Underscore note.
Note.
Paren 60. Watch out, Sammy. Comma.
Okay. Comma.
0.8.
Oh, okay. Do I need a space after the comma?
It looks good.
Okay.
Comma.
0.5.
0.5.
Right.
Now we're ready to hit enter and hear a piano.
Yep.
You heard a piano. Good.
Yep.
So that was a little bit of focus on which of the lines of code were necessary to get a sound out of the computer.
Right. Okay.
And
That's cool.
notice how on line 46 we say violin.playNote,
Yeah.
but to get violin we had to have line 41 where violin equals s.newPart.
Yeah.
And to get line 41 we needed to scroll up and see that s equals scamp.session, tempo equals tempo. And for that we needed both line 38 where tempo equals 120.
Right.
And we needed line all the way up to line 1 where we import scamp.
Oh, okay.
So in a Python program, you have to, let's see, there's a big point here I'm trying to make. You have to give the computer something to work with,
Right.
whether that's a number like 120 or a string like hello Bob or a module that you import, which is really just a bunch of lines of code that also gave the computer numbers or strings or other things.
Okay. Huh.
Yeah, go ahead and click on that. See where it takes you.
Okay. Okay. Yeah.
And another way to look at this is go to line 4, and do you see the kind of five-sided triangle-y thing?
Oh.
Yeah,
Okay.
click that. It hides lines 5 through 31. Let's go to line 34. Click the similar thing there. And those are apparently the only things we can hide. This is a way of looking at, yeah, go ahead and run that. And it's the same output as we had before.
Yeah.
So when we talk about execution of the program, line 4 defines a function called text to
Yeah.
melody. Line 5 defines a function called main. And line 50 executes the function main.
Okay. Hmm. Huh. Okay.
Yeah, see what it's complaining about. Click on that. Oh, maybe you can see something that I can't.
Yeah, that's there you go.
Okay, yeah. PEP8 is a style guide for Python.
Okay.
A way for code to look standardized and pretty.
Oh, but is it necessary or is it just to look nice and structured?
It's just to look nice for humans.
Okay, I see.
But also,
Although in like when you're working with multiple developers, it helps to number one have a style guide, and number two have the text editor enforce that style for you, and then people don't waste time correcting each other's um, formatting idiosyncrasies.
Oh, okay. That's interesting.
Okay.
What an interesting way to have to do stuff.
hmm
Everything. That's just wild.
Yeah.
Whoever thought of coding and did it and set it all up and stuff.
Lots of really smart people.
Yeah, yeah, definitely. That's
And think of like what we're working here is the tip of a pyramid, and the pyramid just gets wider and more difficult the further down you go. But all of that
yeah,
stuff has been solved for us, so we're just dealing with things right near the top.
yeah, really cool.
Yeah, I think that's a good stopping place for today. I think we've gotten through
Okay.
a good lot of stuff, and
Yeah,
I'm
I
really
would
out.
say if you think so.
I'm out of ideas of what to dig into next.
Yeah, I figured the first little session would go as with for me as it did, and me just being kind of like a little lost in the sense that I just I've never done anything like this.
Yeah, it
Oh
was an ambitious text for me to throw at you on a first session.
no, that's fine. I think that's the best way of learning is to just really get into it.
Hmm.
So a little bit more than what people normally would, because if it's too easy or boring, then
Yeah,
I would just get bored.
that makes
That's just
sense.
how I am. That's just how I am. So the more complicated, the more I'll be interested in trying to figure it out.
Good.
And to me, this was complicated.
Hmm.
So, because again, this is literally like picking up a book that you found from 10,000 years ago and trying to read the language. So, because I literally never, only time I've ever seen it is the shit on the movies.
Hmm.
Where the screen's going back and you see all the text and the layout of it kind of like this, but it's really just nothing. So
Hmm.
actually seeing it being executed and set up and typed out is really cool.
Yeah, and I like that we did it on your machine, so you know that you're actually running these things.
Yeah, and I always have them to mess with and do
Yeah,
stuff on. So
anytime you want to play with it, try different words to get a melody out of them.
yeah.
If you were really ambitious, you could even put the whole alphabet into your mapping, and then
Create a song.
create a song out of that.
Would you sing it?
I think it'd be hard to sing.
Play it on your trumpet.
Trombone, yeah.
Trombone, yeah, my bad. Sorry.
I do potentially want to perform some of my algorithm sorting pieces on trombone.
That would be cool.
I think
You
so,
could
yeah.
show the video of you making it and then playing it.
Right.
Yeah, that'd be really cool.
Okay. Well, I'm going to push stop on the stream. Goodbye, internet.